أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونتوب إليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. Brothers and sisters, today we will inshallah talk about the youth in relation to the Surah Kahf. But before we go to the main topic, I would like to remind you the blessings of Surah Kahf, that in ahadith there are different blessings that have been mentioned about Surah Kahf, and we recite it every Friday. If somebody recites Surah Kahf on Friday, then there would be a pillar of light until the next Friday. And in another hadith, it was mentioned that it would protect, if somebody remembers the first 10 ayah of Surah Kahf, then it would protect him against the fitna of Dajjal. Other than that, there are some very special characteristics of Surah Kahf. For example, Surah Kahf stands right in the middle of the Quran. And if we look closely and we count every word of the Quran, then there is a word in Surah Kahf, وَلْيَتَلَطَّفْ, which becomes the exact middle of the Quran. Not only that, if we just think a little bit more, then Quran starts with Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. And the first verse of Surah Kahf starts with Alhamdulillahi Allazi anzala ala abdihi al-kitaba wa lam yaj'al lahu iwaja. So both surah are starting from Alhamdulillah. So this is also very interesting to just think over it. There are different stories mentioned in Surah Kahf, and there are 4 main stories of Surah Kahf that the whole surah covers. And if we just think over the fitna of Dajjal thing, that how does it protect us from the fitna of Dajjal? So the fitna of Dajjal is basically a trial of 4 things. So Dajjal is the biggest fitna that would be on humankind, against a trial and tribulation that would be on the humankind from it was created. And this would be the trial of 4 basic main things. One would be the trial of the Iman, that Dajjal would say that he is Allah, Nauzubillah or something. And the second is the trial of wealth, that he would be saying that he would be giving money to whoever he wants and whoever he wishes. Third would be the fitna of ilm. He would have knowledge of everything. And the fourth would be the fitna of power. So he would kill whoever he wants and things like that. So if we just look at Surah Kahf in more detail, then those 4 stories that are the main stories that are mentioned in Surah Kahf has direct relation to these 4 fitna. The first one is the fitna of Iman. And we see in Surah Kahf that Ashab Kahf, the people of the cave, Kahf is cave in English. So the people of the cave, they went to the cave to protect themselves from the fitna of iman, because they thought that their iman is not protected in the outside. So they went to such an extent that they enclosed themselves in a cave, and but they didn't let their iman go. So this is very important. And the second fitna is fitna of wealth. And we see in the second story that there were two people who were talking with each other, and one was wealthy and one was not wealthy, and Allah tried one of them with the wealth and one of them without the wealth. And the third fitna that I mentioned of Dajjal was the fitna of knowledge. And we see the story of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam here, where he went to Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam, and this was related to the fitna of knowledge. And the fourth story was the Hazrat Zulqarnain alayhi salam, where it was the fitna of where it relates to the fitna of power. So we see that all these relates really to each other very well. And one of the most important thing is in all these fitna and tribulations that we have to trust in Allah, and we have to believe that He can save us from all these things. So the first story is the story of a few young men who basically went to the cave to protect their iman from the king of that time and everything. And it is very interesting that Allah usually does not mention the age of the people. So when Hazrat Musa alayhi salam went to Tur, Allah didn't mention what was the age of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam. When Hazrat sallallahu alayhi salam got the revelations, Allah didn't mention the age of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi salam. So Ya ayyuhal muddathir, Ya ayyuhal muddammil. So there is not, the age is not mentioned. But in this case, Allah mentioned explicitly the age of these people. إِنَّهُمْ فِتْيَةٌ آمَنُوا بِرَبِّهِمْ وَزِدْنَاهُمْ هُدًى. So they were the people who believed in the young people who believed in their Lord, and Allah increased in their iman. So the sentence would have been completed even if there had been no mention of their age. إِنَّهُمْ آمَنُوا بِرَبِّهِمْ وَزِدْنَاهُمْ هُدًى. So Allah explicitly wanted us to know that these were the young people who went there and who strived that much and who went there and saved themselves. So this is also very important, because young people youth is what the future generation is of Islam is. And this is where we stand and how we see that where our future generation is leading to. If you see that the young people are in the right direction, then you can have a better idea that, okay, the Islam in the end is, we can see some good future in the end. On the other hand, normally people say that we should save our youth, we should save our youth from things. But basically, that the youth is there, that youth should save the rest of the people. It's a very, very big responsibility on the shoulders of the youth, that they should not only correct themselves, but correct others who are around them. And it's not only about religion itself. We have to know about religion, but we have to be excellent and perfect in all other matters as well. We have to be the best students. We have to be the best engineers and best scientists and so on. And of course, it relates to the religion as well, that we have to have a firm iman, and we have to know that if whatever happens, Allah would help us if we ask His help. And we have to strive to get more and more knowledge in terms of deen. So I would like to mention one very nice dua from Surah Kahf. Basically, this dua is so powerful that Allah made the people of the cave sleep in their caves for 309 years, and they stayed alive. So the dua is رَبَّنَا آتِنَا مِن لَّدُنكَ رَحْمَةً وَهَيِّئْ لَنَا مِنْ أَمْرِنَا رَشَدًا. So our Lord, grant us from yourself mercy and prepare for us from your affair right guidance. So this dua is, I think, a real gift for us, that it is so much powerful that when the people of cave recited this dua, Allah made even some miracles happen, and they stayed there for 309 years. If you look at the 309 years, this is also very, 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 very interesting, that Allah mentioned was dadu tis'a. So 300 and then plus 9. So if we look at it from the lunar and the solar perspective, then we find out that basically these 309 years, 300 were those which are the lunar years, and if we want to, the solar years, and if we want to add the lunar years to that, then it becomes 309 years. I was calculating it yesterday, and it basically almost reaches 309. And this is also very interesting that in the first 10 ayah of Surah Kahf, Allah mentions that إِنَّا جَعَلْنَا مَا عَلَى الْأَرْضِ زِينَةً لَهَا لِنَبْلُوَهُمْ أَيُّهُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا وَإِنَّا لَجَاعِلُونَ مَا عَلَيْهَا صَعِيدًا جُرُزًا. So the first 10 ayah, remember that are good to protect from the Dajjal, fitna of Dajjal. And this is the best summary that I could have found. That Allah had beautified this world for us. There are many beautiful things and things that attract us, but in the end, these are to test us how we behave to these things, and if we do good deeds or we do not do good deeds. And then Allah mentions that in the end, it will be all become a plain land and everything would be finished. So in the end, this would be all finished, and we have to believe in it that whatever Dajjal comes with, whatever the fitna he would come with, or whatever the fitna of the world that we would be facing, whether it is wealth, whether it is education, or whether we are not having something or we are having something. So some people Allah tries with giving something, and some people Allah tries without giving something. But it is all from Allah, and this will all be returned back. And yeah. So Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Quran al-Hakim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyid al-mursaleen. Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala an-nabi, ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Ibadallah, rahimakumullah, ittaqullah. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون أقم الصلاة إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله